breathe in what might have landed with you, might have touched you. And then exhale that out, let it go free. Trust that your body, mind, and spirit, the essence of who you are, has heard it. It's taking care of it. It's starting. And then wherever you are, one more filling breath. Feel where your body fills up and where it may not. Exhale long and slow and deep with lots of love. Knowing things will heal. We must just acknowledge them. Don't deny, right? It's okay. And then when you're ready, use your hands, whether you're on your side or in child's pose, to just push up with the torso. Remove anything that may be on the block or in the way right now. And then if your legs are still like wide or what have you, then we'll just start to bring ourselves into tabletop. Take time to look where your knees are, where your feet are, where your hands and beneath your shoulders, the distance of that. And then if your back is sagging, feel the support that you have from your midsection to just draw that inward up toward the sky. If your shoulders are up in the ears, can you bring them back down and let your neck have a little more room? Notice where your gaze is. Find your breath. Feel the breath. Enjoy it again. Good way to relax is to let the muscles on your face relax too. So that smile will help if that is something that you choose. And then push down with all your knuckles, the pads of your fingers. And when you inhale again, let your heart reach forward and up. Tailbone may come up somewhat. Draw the navel in still. The shoulder blades draw down and broad. And then exhale, drop the tailbone. Let your neck and head fall as you draw the navel in, the mid-back, the upper back, up to the sky. Continue on your rate, your pace, your breath. Take a few more rounds of your cat-cow until you feel pretty warmed up in the spine. And then come back to neutral when you're ready. And then I'm going to slide back, but you can do either that or you can walk your hands forward. I just don't have a lot of space in the camera. So walking your hands forward per se, keeping your knees beneath your hips lined up, hip distance apart. Walk your hands forward, push down on the knuckles, on the finger pads. Feel the arms, instead of falling, just kind of strong as you sort of like push your mat away. And the hips lift and the heart descends toward the mat. Belly draws toward the spine, tailbone toward the heels. Coming into your puppy pose. Noticing the opening in the front body. The head may touch, the shoulders may, the heart may touch, who knows, but whatever it is, drawing through the arms, lifting the armpits, drawing them back, breathing for another moment or two. Inhale, walking your way up. Ooh, ha! That was a big one. And come back to tabletop. Line yourself up, breathing. With your next inhale, step that left leg out to the side, to the left. Line it up with your hip, toes point toward the front of the mat. So forward, rather. Ground that whole foot. And once you feel pretty nice and grounded here, inhale up like a cow. Exhale one more time like cat. And then back to a neutral spine. Once you're feeling strong, belly towards spine, inhale your right arm out to the right. And then as you exhale, bend the right elbow, start to thread your right arm through, reaching toward your toes of your left foot. And then hinging at your right hip crease, right? Like a forward fold. Let your head come down to the block, a blanket, a mat, whatever. Your shoulder, want to pad your shoulder, sorry, as well as your head, so they're nice and level if you need to pad. And then again, grounding the left foot, lifting the hips tall. Maybe the left arm comes and touches the back body, kind of lengthening that lower back, or comes around to the right side waist. Can you find some ease? Can you allow a little ease in this odd shape we've made? Hip points face down. And then as you're ready to exhale, just slowly let that left hand come down. Use it to push the body up a little bit so that you can bring your right arm out and step that down. And then as you're ready, we're gonna inhale and bring that left leg long behind us, point the toes, and then continue to cross it behind you and over to the right. So just a nice side stretch on the left side. Push down on the toes. Inhale that leg, the left leg back, and then exhale, step that knee down. Back to tabletop. Side two, right? So we're gonna take that right leg, extend it, breathe your way, right leg to the right. Long through the side bodies, through the belly, the whole front side, the whole back side of the body. Ground that foot, hips face down, and then as you're ready, inhale the left arm out. Exhale, bend the left arm. Reach it through, bend the right elbow so you can lower down. Maybe you need a blanket, that's okay. I'm gonna use one today for your shoulder and your head. And you can either push down with the right hand, kind of move it for leverage, or you can even bring the right hand to the lower back if it feels better that way. Or around to the side, opening the heart. But the hip points they face down. Hip bones. With your next exhale, step your right hand down. Use it to lift your body, to step your left hand down as well. And then we're gonna inhale, lengthen the right leg out and around to the other side, pointing the toes, pushing down on the top of the foot. Lengthen and breathe. Hip points face down. And then exhale, lift the leg behind you, exhale it down. Take some time to just wag it out here. Maybe some hip circles. Kind of knowing what you need, if you need a little bit more in that reaching back with the hips or side or all of it. And when it feels pretty complete for you, come back to your all fours to your tabletop. Tuck the toes, walk the hands a step forward. And then exhale, draw the belly in as you lift the hips this time and let the heels go down. Downward facing dog. The inner edges of the hands push down, the knuckles, the pads of the fingers as well. And the hips reach higher as the heels reach back and down. Paddle it out. And then bringing both heels back toward the mat. Inhale up to the toes. Exhale, look forward, let it go. Walk your way up to the front of the mat. Fold forward, let it go. Release the head. Push down on the soles of the feet. Inhale, halfway. Open through the collarbones, broaden through them. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up, draw the navel in. Arms can come where you feel is right for you today. Exhale them down. One more time. We're gonna go halfway only. Just kind of getting how it feels to be strong and open in this halfway lift. And exhale, release, and feeling that too. Letting it go, letting it flow out. This next time, inhale, come all the way up. Arms can come back and out and up. Tailbone down, hip points reach up to the heart. Thighs reach back. Look up. Exhale, flip the palms, swan dive down. Step your left foot back and then your right, back to plank. Lower the knees if you'd like. Propelling forward, exhale down all the way. Landing the feet, the thighs, push down on them. Inhale, come up to baby cobra. Exhale down. Do 2 more. You can make it a bigger cobra or a baby cobra. Draw the tailbone down toward your heels to keep the length in your lower back. The belly length draws in slightly as you come up. As you're ready, you'll tuck your toes, hug your arms in toward your body, and reach your elbows back to bring yourself back to downward facing dog. Take 3 rounds of breath here, just full ones. Just to feel how it feels in your dog. Making those little adjustments as you see fit, as you feel. After your 3rd breath, you're going to look forward and exhale your way up to forward fold, releasing it again. Let the feelings flow out, let it go. Notice it, accept it, and then let it go. It might be a smidge and it might be a ton, who cares? Inhale halfway. Whew. Remember, halfway might be different for you. Exhale, fold forward. And for me, inhale halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe you hinge a little more. Maybe you fold a little more deeply. Maybe use your hands to help you. Inhale halfway again. 1 more time. 3 times today. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale all the way up. Arms over the head. Feel free to look up. Tailbone reaches down. Flip the palms as you exhale and swan dive back down. Forward fold. Plant your hands. Step your right foot back this time and then your left. Take a breath here. Lengthen and strengthen. You got this. Breathe. And as you exhale, propel forward. Knees can come down or not. Lower down. Elbows reach back. Heart reaches forward. Using the hands or not. Coming into up dog or cobra or baby cobra a few times. And when you're ready, we're going to meet back in downward facing dog, or you can come anytime to a child's pose always, or a modified down dog. In your down dog, see what you need. Is it a little movement or is it a lot of stillness? And then as you're ready, the hips reach up to the sky, the heels reach down and back, belly button draws in toward the spine. Push on the inner edges of the hands, waking up the armpits. Inhale the right leg up behind you. Exhale up to the left toes. Right knee comes in like a cat pose, lifting the heel and then stepping it down. You can lower that left knee anytime or widen the pose. As you're ready, inhaling, arms up to the sky, reaching with the fingertips, drawing the inner thighs toward one another. The back heel, what's happening with the shoulders? What would feel better? Exhale. Step the hands down for a minute. 1 more time. We're going to come back up though. Draw your shoulder blades down the back, little broadening. Inhale up, arms over the head. And this time as you exhale, we're going to do an open twist. So right arm forward, left arm back. Draw your shoulders, your arms into the shoulder sockets. Maybe you don't move the head, maybe it turns somewhat. As you breathe, reach up tall. As you exhale, ground inner thighs toward one another. Maybe that left heel reaches back. Cart with the hands, step them down this time. Lower the left knee rather, and then walk the right toes out to the right. So you're walking your foot rather, the whole foot to the right. So we have a nice wide stance. Coming into our lizard pose. So here's a nice time for where you might want your bolster or a block or a blanket. I think a bolster might be a good one today for me. So in this lizard pose, breathing nice and long and tall, right? And then as you exhale, and notice what you need if you need to widen that stance at all. Lengthening the heart up and forward, and then down to whatever down means to you. Shoulder blades come down the back. The right and the left inner legs draw toward one another still. Maybe the elbows touch the forearms, maybe we're not even close. Just notice the opening in the right hip, side bodies. And then as you exhale, step the hands down again, either to the blocks, it doesn't matter, whatever you have, or it can be to the mat. I'm going to use the mat, or you can put the block actually on the left if that feels even better, under the left hand. And then take that right hand, bring it to the right hip, breathing your way. And as you inhale, lengthen the heart forward. As you exhale, maybe you open the heart toward the right, toward the sky. Notice what's happening with the left shoulder eventually. And you reach strong, push strong through that arm. You can, if you choose, to continue on, to extend the right arm back behind you and look. And if you have a strap and shoes, you can certainly bend the knee and either catch it or not. You don't have to use the strap or catch the foot. Drawing the inner thighs together. Inhale the right arm up and around. Woo! Take that right knee, bring it down to meet the left. Ooh, you can come into a child's pose for just a moment. We're not going to stay long. Or you can just come back and do a flow, a whole full flow, and meet back in down dog. And then once again, another breath wherever you are. And as you exhale, if you're down, coming up to downward facing dog. Push down on the inner edges of your hands. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, coming up on the right toes, bringing the left knee in like a cat back, and then step the left foot forward. Always knowing you have options, whether you lower that right knee or not. As you're ready, inhaling up, crescent lunge. It's like you're reaching long through that right heel. Pelvis is neutral. Breathing. Exhale, plant the hands back down again. Just keeping a nice long lunge here. A runner's lunge. Inhale back up, crescent lunge. Find your stability, breathe, enjoy. Maybe you shift a little. And as you're ready, breathing your way, left hand reaches forward, arm into the shoulder socket, flipping the right palm open, right arm goes back, the shoulder, the arms open. Very weird doing an open one, I'm not used to doing that. And then inhale as you cartwheel the hands around and exhale it down. Step the right knee down, just let it come down. Heel toe that left foot over to the left. And then where you are here, the right top of the foot down. Start to inhale nice and tall, drawing the left hip back. And then exhale, lowering down, lengthening. You can use a prop. Pushing down, noticing that beautiful contact you have with whatever's touching your mat, the earth. And then inhaling, walking you up the hands, straight arms. Taking that left hand, bringing it to the left hip. The right hand can walk out a little bit to the right, if you like, or it can be up on something. And then opening up, so the left arm reaches back, maybe you look back. Instead of falling into this, can you draw the inner thighs toward one another so you're strong? And then if you'd like, you can start to bend that right leg. Maybe you see the toes, maybe you catch it or use a prop to do so. Maybe not. And as you are ready, cartwheeling the hand, breathing your way to down, stopping that left knee back to meet the right. Let's wag it out this time instead of coming all the way down, unless you need to or want to come all the way down. Let's step back with the feet to plank. Left and right foot, extend back, finding that nice strong plank, whether it's on the knees or not, no worries. Can you lift the hips a little, draw the navel in. Inhale, bring the hips tall to the sky, maybe you're on your toes still. Exhale, lower the heels toward the mat. See if you're crunching your down dog, if you're like way here, or if maybe you can take a longer one, or vice versa, you'll know. Explore. Another breath right here. Inhale, up to your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, make your way to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale halfway, just once today. This time I mean. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way up, arms over the head. Exhale, hands through heart center. Take another moment. Kind of just enjoy whatever it is to, excuse me, to find that strong mountain pose. So maybe standing from the feet all the way up to the top of the head as you breathe. And allow, excuse me, whatever you need to come to you, that energy, that love. And here we are in our mountain pose. We're going to exhale and fold forward, or actually you don't have to do that. We're just going to get our strap. So if you have a strap, feel free to move, get it, and then make a loop just so you have a place to put your foot. If you find you don't need a strap, that's fine. You can always drop it down. And then if you have a wall or chair or a bed or something, dresser, feel free to put your hand on it, the right hand, for balance. Sorry, starting here. And then come into the mountain pose again. Remembering that that tailbone reaches down, it kind of sort of just forces us to get tall, to start thinking tall, right? And we're going to bend that left knee rather. And then the strap is going to come on the left leg, on the left foot. So once you have your strap on, may go easily, may not. You can twist up the strap so that you have a nice taut grip. And then the knee comes to the knee. So left knee to right knee. Strong through your standing right leg, yay. And then wherever you're hanging at, it's okay. Inhale the heart up tall. Exhale, ground. And then start to draw that left heel back toward your butt. Now again, maybe you can touch it, and that's fine. You decide what feels best on you. And I find that if my knee is too far forward, I feel nothing. So maybe, again, you need to bring that knee right and perpendicular. Energize through the toes. Pelvis is neutral. A little quad stretch. And then exhale, step it down. Woo. You can take the strap, remove it, and we'll go to the other side. Just a gentle stretch standing, kind of helping with our balance, our strength of our standing leg. And when you're ready, strap around the right foot, starting to just bring the right knee to meet the left, reaching the heart out. Energize through the toes. The hip points reach up toward the low ribs or toward the chest. And exhale as you're ready, slowly bringing it down, removing the strap. Maybe you keep it close by. I don't remember if we need it again, but maybe. Just a little stretch, and then inhale when you're ready, and up at the front of the mat, arms come up. Get nice and tall, grow a little taller. Exhale, flip the palms, swan dive down, forward fold. Step your right and your left foot back. Lower down, exhale it out. A little flow here, so up dog or cobra or baby cobra. Coming back down, tucking the toes, drawing the elbows back as you come back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step the right leg forward and maybe a little wider. Hands to either side once it lands. And then maybe the left leg goes a little wider or up a little or not. And we're going to turn those toes out just a tiny bit, like 45 degrees. Coming up as you're ready, drawing through the legs, warrior one. Exhale, flip the palms, and as your arms come down to the sides, bring your palms together, or at least interlace your fingers, opening through the front of the shoulder heads, drawing the knuckles down. Inhale, tall, up through the front hip of the left hip. Maybe you look up in like a little back bend as the knuckles reach down. And then as you exhale, lengthen the heart forward. Right hip draws back, folding forward inside the right thigh. Now you may not go all the way inside, it's okay. Maybe you need to bring your feet closer. I'm not sure, but it's okay, adjust. Come into your humble warrior. You can start to let your head fall. Think about the strength of your legs, so strong, your base, so that your upper body can let go. From what point to what point on your body are you reaching and lengthening and feeling that nice openness? And as you're ready, exhale the hands down, spin the back toes to face forward, step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Exhale through plank, lower yourself down. We're coming through a flow. One more time, cobra, up dog. Eventually making your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step the left foot forward a little wider. Spin your right foot down. A little bit open toward the front, like 45 degrees. As you're ready, come up to your warrior one. Breathing. Exhale, flip your palms, arms come down each side and meet in the back, interlacing the fingers, maybe even the palms. You just determine what works for you. And so as you're grounding through both feet, lifting high through the heart, knuckles reach down. Exhale, fold over the left leg, coming right to the inside with the left shoulder. If it goes there, it may not. The strength of the upper body can certainly begin to soften, humbling itself, yourself. Strong through the legs, long through the side bodies. Head can relax, neck. Exhale, step your hands down, step your left foot back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Inhale up to the toes. Exhale, look forward, half or walk your way up, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, in your forward fold, bend your right knee, come up to the pad of your right foot. If I said that we're going to come to standing, and you may want to try to lift your leg as you stand, where would you engage? Maybe the belly draws in, right? You can try to come up if you'd like, or you can just come up first and then bring the leg up. Ooh, if you fall, you fall. Knees lifted, right toe is energized, left leg strong and tall. That left thigh, the inner thigh pushes back. Inhale the arms up if you'd like. Exhale, open the right knee out to the side. And then as you're ready, bringing that right sole, the right foot down, coming into your tree. So yeah, if you want to do the whole thing again in one fluid movement, go for it. Let it come down. Walk it back up. See how it feels. Where we get. It's a journey. And once again, we're going to move. We're going to sway a little or a lot. Think about that tailbone reaching down, the hip bones reaching up to the chest reaching up. Can the shoulders, the arms go back into the shoulder sockets? See how that feels, or see how it feels if you pull them out. Let's sway a little to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, hands through heart center as you bring the knee forward and step it down. Take a moment in your mountain pose. Ooh, lots of nice hip openings here. Inhale the arms up overhead, get nice and tall. Exhale, flip the palms forward, fold, release it. Let the head bow, let it go. Inhale up to the left toes, bending the left knee. So I think about my heart reaching forward here, my belly drawing in, my shoulder blades drawing down, right? Start to bring your weight to your right foot, your right leg as you start to release the hands away from the mat. Raise the left knee. If you step down, you step down. Come back up. I'm not going to talk so much through this one. Inhale the arms up. Exhale when you're ready. Open the left knee, sole of the foot to the right leg somewhere. Exhale, arms glide down to the side, knee forward, step it down. Woo. Inhale the arms back up. Exhale, fold forward. Heel toe your feet a little bit wider. Bring your right hand, so the palm of your hand, the fingers underneath, so the fingertips face the heel of the right foot. So you're going to go under the sole of the foot and the left under the sole of that foot. And then you're hinging forward, kind of like a forward fold here, the arms bend. So if you want to inhale halfway, feel the lengthening through the side body, the spine, and then exhale, bending, hinging. Pushing the feet down on the hands. Reaching the heart toward the floor. Soften the gaze. And as you're ready to release, just lifting the toes up a little higher so the hand can step down, one at a time. Heel toe your feet back, inner hip distance. And then strong through legs, maybe bend in the knees, chin to chest, rolling yourself up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Like a miraculously quick growing plant. Arms to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Take a moment again. Last time, we'll inhale the arms out and up. You can come to the toes if you'd like. Exhale, either bringing the heels down or not. We're going to either, if the heels are down, you're going to forward fold. If your heels are not down, you're going to bend at the knees, sitting, you're crouching all the way down, still on the toes, so you're up in a little squat. And then if you're in your forward fold, step your way back to all fours. If not, we'll just roll back onto the hips. Ooh. Oh my goodness, I got you all these props and look at the time. Swing these, we're gonna at least do one of these because we have the props. So I'm skipping them. We're going to take your props there. So on your knees here. And let's use the bolster if you have it. If you don't have it, I can show you something else. Let me just peek it, see what you guys have. Dee has a bolster. Ready? Oh yeah, okay, that should work. If it doesn't, we'll use something else. And so for our camel pose today, we're going to enjoy a little change. So the bolster can come beneath your feet, your toes tucked, bolster beneath the feet. You might need a block or two if you find for stability. And this is kind of like a fun way. We usually walk the blocks back with nothing under the feet, but today, sit tall. If your knees hurt, put something beneath them, just a tiny pad maybe. And then, again, you might need these for stability. And think about, again, like you were hugging that block. So we're getting stability in the legs here. So hugging the legs in, hip distance, inner hip distance, getting nice and tall through the heart and chest. Let's even inhale the shoulders up to the ears, around back, like you're sticking our chests out and down. You might even find that your hands actually touch the heels. They may not. So it's like a little back bend here. So the hips will come forward. So let's do it again. Let's come in a nice, strong, straight posture, inhaling. And then as you exhale, let it go. Doesn't matter how far we get, we're just gonna experience things. Inhale the shoulders up, around to the back, and down. So your heart's pushing out and pulling up mostly. Out and up. So you could do a back bend. And then right here is where the hands are hanging down. Again, they may or may not touch. If you push your hips like they could kiss a wall in front of you, as you lift up through the heart to squeeze the legs, your hands might begin to walk back. If not, no worries. You got your blocks. You can walk your hands back with your blocks. Lifting the heart. Drawing the shoulder blades together and down. Squeeze the legs to support your lower back. And your blocks will be outside of your feet, so on the outside of each foot. So you have that width. Whew. And let's say, hey, this is not for you. You hate this. Inhale, draw your belly in, come nice and tall. Whew. Come out of that. Move the feet from that position. And we can try another one. Okay. So this one, we can put the block on top of the feet. See how that goes. And none of these may work for us today, but that's okay. We're getting an opening, whether we're going back far or not. So it's still a beautiful heart opener. And so here we are. Again, you can tuck the toes, go for it. They'll get even higher, they'll be even closer to you. Maybe we'll try something else with our hands if your knees are feeling okay to do this. So we'll take the arms up overhead, flip the palms like you're swan diving, and then keep them going so that the palms face forward. And perhaps as you lift the heart and start to draw your shoulders open and toward the shoulder blades toward one another. Your hands may touch, they may not still, it's okay. Perhaps you build the block up a little bit more, and if you need to turn the direction a little bit of your hands, that's okay. It's an exploratory thing, right? So think about squeezing those inner thighs together. I see some of us getting to some places here. So squeeze those inner thighs, and as you push your pelvis forward to the wall in front of you per se, you can start to come into a gentle back bend or a huge one, depending on what your body's asking for today. And then as you exhale, draw the navel in. Let's just kind of bend the knees, sitting the butt back. Removing the props, coming to the knees. And then to give our knees a break, let's sit easy pose, cross-legged for a moment. We'll come into our last heart opener like this. And now that we know maybe where we're at today in this moment, perhaps we want to just bring some blocks behind the hips so that our hands can rest. For me, it's too high, so it would actually jam me up. Facing the palms. Honestly, you can face the palms toward your hips. You can also rest the soles, the palms of the hands right down, and push them down as you raise the heart up. So it's like you're pushing the support of your back, the shoulder blades into the heart. And then the head can release, but that may be too much. If it is, then just draw your chin back, and the whole neck will come back a little bit with the chin. And then as you exhale, slowly start to just release, soften, bending the elbows. Ooh, we did a big heart openers, ladies. Slide onto your back, just bringing yourself, knees bent, onto your back. The feet can be wide. The knees can fall in. And as you're ready, let's walk the feet hip distance, lift the hips enough to bring a block beneath the hips again. Sort of recalibrate anything that may have been pulled a little more on one side or the other. These are not simple, simple postures. Again, for me, sometimes I can't let the hips go, so I need to adjust the blocks and notice if that's what you need. If it needs to go a little further down or a little further up your back. Shoulder blades can walk a slight bit in together if that feels best, and so that the backs of the shoulders can touch the earth and make that contact. Palms can face up to receive. The eyes might soften, that's fine. Each inhale, allow your breath to nourish you, to bring you strength, to bring you that truth and honesty, to bring you closer to your source. With the exhale, let the heaviness give way. And then as you're ready, you can come up to the toes and maybe even lift a foot or two with bent knees or straight legs, enjoying the reverse of the blood flow, the relaxing posture. And then once again, exhaling and stepping one foot down and then the other. Inhaling, pushing down to lift the hips and to remove the block, setting it aside. And lowering down again in your time, your way. Making your way into a pose where you'd like to spend your Shavasana. If you need a few movements like a gentle twist or a hug before, feel free to make it your own. Let your breath fill you full. Let it spread all over like streams or liquid gold all over, just warming the body. Exhaling, releasing from all parts of the body any remaining tension or unwantedness. Allow your forehead to feel at home, to rest. Allow your eyebrows in that space in between both eyebrows to rest. Allow the skin on the face to soften As your eyes soften and rest, your eyelids do the same. Your lips rest. The jaw relaxes. Let's go. Neck and the shoulders, all parts of the shoulders, the arms, the wrists and the fingers, the whole hand rests. Feeling the freeness in your fingers, the energy, the positive energy that's in you and around you. The beauty in your heart. The spaciousness in your hips, your belly. The rest that your legs feel. From the top all the way down and around. Your ankles are resting, no longer needing to work to support the body. The feet as well. The toes are free and relaxed. Breathing in and releasing. Feeling the softness in the eyes, on the skin, around the jaw, around the heart. Inhale, fill up your body, your vessel all the way to the tip top. Exhale, acknowledge and release the hurts. And then lightly, gently, with love, Rub a golden layer of forgiveness and love around your heart. Inhale as you slowly bring the knees to a bend, walking them back, your feet back. And finally bringing the knees into the chest, wrapping your arms around, perhaps lifting up the head and neck and shoulders. You decide, give yourself that hug. Smile and exhale over to one side. Take a beautiful inhale and exhale while you're here, noticing your breath. And then when you're ready, making your way, pushing down to let the heart lead you and your head follow, coming to a seated or kneeling position. Feel free to continue to notice your breath or to sigh. And as you're ready, inhale nice and tall, arms reach out wide, up high, look up, reach up, and then exhale, bring the palms nice and close together, touch them, draw them to your heart, draw your head to your heart. My light and my love honor your light, your love, and the miracle of each of you, and the one that you are. Namaste.
Namaste, Chelle.
Namaste, Chelle.
Thanks, ladies.
Yes, have a good one.
You too. I'll see you Saturday.
Next week, yes, and next week, no Thursday, correct?
Correct. And I posted some videos, but they're not the best ones. There's like the one with the mistake that had my happy family making noise that they didn't realize we could all hear. But that's just the one I posted. So eventually I will post some others, but slow and steady, so that on those Thursdays you'll have something if you choose.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm still working on that. I was telling Dee, I was there for like 2 hours and it kept saying it was processing every time. And then the next morning it was up. So I was like, oh, maybe that's what it does.
It's the length of time. Yeah, it takes forever.
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks. Have a good night.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.